Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story that was actually sent to me over the SSM channel. However, this story is definitely out there, and they're better suited for this one over here, as you're definitely going to see. This is about a guy. He is 29 years old. He's been living over in East Asia for a few years. Obviously, he has a job there. Maybe he's a passport bro, I don't know. And while he's been living over there, obviously he's met women, had hookups, had fun, all that. And he's writing in to share his story about a woman he recently got together with, who's a friend with benefits. And let me tell you, both the origins of how he met her was bizarre, and what's even more bizarre is his actual physical relationship with her hooking up. But you're going to see in this story, guys, as I get into it, this guy is no saint. This guy definitely behaves in a way that I disagree with. I'm going to point that out to him. But nevertheless, it's definitely an out there one, and how this whole thing turns out, and that basically crazy women are everywhere, not just here in the West. And when I talk about female nature and things like that, and crazy people, let's be honest, crazy people, because this guy's kind of crazy too, are everywhere. So what I talk about really applies. That doesn't make a difference where you live, your culture, religion. People are people, and you're going to see just that. And like I said, trust me, this is definitely better suited over here. So he says here, hello SSM. Do I have a story for you? Yeah, dude, it's definitely a story. I've been a follower of your channel for many years and love hearing the stories. I have a unique one I think many people will enjoy, and it's actually based off my own experience. Well, I hope it's based off of your own experience. I don't want you deliberately bullshitting me. So far, I've only heard of one similar story from your channel. Anyone doubting this can be my guest, but it's 100% true. Yeah, there was a story I did a while back that was somewhat related to this. To start, I'm 29 years old, and I'm an American living in East Asia. I've been here for a few years, and I definitely pull way more quality women here than I did in the States. Well, that's because, by and large, over there are better quality women, because over here, they've been infected by feminism and all that, while over there, not as much. But from what I hear, they're catching up. Granted, I've done my best to get my physique up, social skills, and understanding of the dynamics between men and women. I've used many dating apps here. One in particular will be the basis of this story. So as you guys are well aware, there's a lot of lunatics on the dating apps. Anyhow, last year I matched with a woman on a dating app, who besides having a picture with sunglasses on, and the rest of her face was in the picture, were blocked over with emojis, seeming to be an attractive girl. Hold on. Okay, here's where things get weird. And again, guys, weird people are out there. Weird shit is out there. You match with a gal on a dating app that you like. You can see she's pretty, but her face is being kind of blocked off. Okay. Says here, she had no bio, but was eager to chat with me. So right there, that tells me one of two things. She's deliberately being vague. She's covering herself up, no bio and all that, because she's trying to hide something or from someone, like a boyfriend, like a husband, or it's a catfishing thing. They're trying to rope in suckers on dating apps to give them money and all that. It happens. But you're going to see, guys, she's real. After talking on the dating app for about 2 weeks, given I don't message back right away and space on my replies, she gave me her Instagram to add so we can chat there. Her Instagram is a private account, but I can clearly see she has dozens of posts with thousands of followers as well. So I was quite confident that it's not a fake account. Well, it could be fake. That's the thing. You can have women that get pictures from other people and set up fake accounts, catfishing, or some AI crap or whatever. You just got to be careful. You never know. There's plenty of guys that are suckers out there, and, well, given this situation here, up until this point, you could have been one of them. He says, now this is where things get interesting. What, like things are already interesting? Well, I come to learn she is an Asian girl, of course, but has studied at university in the States, so her English is quite good. Anyway, we talk more and more, and I found out that she has a thing for Latinos, which I am, and says they're fun to be with, blah, blah, blah. Well, probably because of your dance skills. I don't know. Or she's seen American movies with Latino guys. I don't know. Whatever your reputation is. So I asked her out for a coffee date, to which she replies she thinks that won't be a good idea, as she has a boyfriend. Boyfriend, huh? You neglected to mention this in the couple weeks we've been talking here. Now we know why she's blocking out a lot of her face in the dating app, why she doesn't have much information, while Instagram's on private, blah, blah, blah. You got yourself a cheater. Now, I am no saint, and I'll be honest in saying I deserve many of your smacks for getting with several other women in relationships and marriages. Smack! Not cool, dude. All right, look. That's not what I teach. That's not what I advocate for. Don't be a fucking scumbag. There are women out there that are total scumbags. You don't need more guys like that, okay? If you watch my channel, you know that ain't cool, and I don't approve of that. You know, there are guys out there, they may be simps, they may be boneheads, but a lot of them are just good guys that are just clueless. They never had a good role model. We don't need people like you making things worse, so cut that fucking shit out. And by the way, I'm telling you now, karma will come for you one day. One of these days, you're going to cheat with some wife or girlfriend, and the guy's going to catch you and beat the fucking shit out of you. And you know what? You'll deserve it. Or maybe he'll do worse. I would change your ways now. Okay, I'm done with my lecture, because this story, I got to share it. It says here, that aside, I tell her it's all right, that it's only for coffee, so no big deal. Her reply to me is that she cannot meet for coffee. However, she asks me if I ever have any casual fun. I tell her, of course, but usually we still meet for coffee or chat first. So you should stick with this. You want to at least meet this person face to face, blah, blah, blah. Now get this. She says she can't do coffee. However, she tells me she has another proposition for me that is quite weird, and she's uncertain whether I will accept it or not. Oh boy, can't wait to hear what that is. But she says she'll ask me anyway. She tells me that despite being in a relationship, she still likes to have fun with boys. But it's casual, 100% no strings attached. Now here's the kicker. She says that in order for us to have fun, it must be using a curtain. A curtain? I can't wait to hear this. I've read this before, but you get my point. She tells me that she lets guys come over to her place, her boyfriend's place actually, while her boyfriend is gone at work, and she stays behind a curtain while the guy sticks their you-know-whats through the curtain for her to pleasure. What the fuck? Well, guys, this does happen, but yeah, what the fuck? So it's like some glory hole thing. This is her loophole. Well, I'm not really cheating because I never see the guy, but she's doing this in the house. And again, you can see what's going on here. She's inviting him to come over. Hasn't met her yet. How does he know this isn't a dude? How does he doesn't know that this isn't like a kidnapping scheme? He goes there, and next thing there's people in the mob, and they're going to kidnap him. Or you get my point. There's a lot of crazy things here. Anyhow, he says, you're reading this right. She basically is using a glory hole to cheat on her boyfriend. She tells me we can do anything through the curtain, short of kissing or actually seeing each other. But full-on SCX is allowed. I ask her how she got into this, and her response is that she doesn't feel it's cheating because since no lust can be felt since the two people cannot actually see each other. It's simply pleasuring each other's sexual needs. This is her justification. We have a freaking a curtain, and she can service you in certain ways and certain angles, but as long as you don't see each other, then it's not cheating. Again, how do you know this isn't you get there? Unless you get there, and you're not being harmed, and there's that magic curtain. How do you know there isn't a dude behind it? Or at least a dude with a wig on? Or it's some other girl? Or how do you know that guy, that boyfriend, isn't actually sitting behind the curtain watching because he's a cuck? I mean, there's an unlimited fucked up possibilities here. Why would you entertain this? If you claim that you had no problem meeting other women over there in dating apps, why are you wasting so much time talking to her and entertaining this? Are you just that curious? I mean, we got a good story here, but still. Anyhow, he says here, call me completely shocked and rolling on the floor laughing with how she justifies her cheating ways. Well, she's a scumbag, but then again, you're a scumbag too. So, two peas in a pod, so naturally you're drawn to her. She tells me there's some rules to follow, like absolutely no seeing each other, and condoms must be worn for sex. And then if I feel I will bust soon, I can tell her so she can then slow the pace down to make me last longer. Well, obviously you're not the only guy that she services. She has experience in this. So then she actually sends me a video of her getting effed doggy through the curtain from her so-called friends of benefit, who's okay with them recording. I can clearly see they're standing in the doggy position, and he looks to be groping her boobs through the curtain. She tells me how we must do it, and she assures me she will not record me. Yeah, you can truly believe, because she's such an honest person. Anyway, you can probably guess, I took her up on her offer. Smack! You're going to put your whole life potentially in danger on multiple fronts for this. Dude, what the hell's the matter with you? Well, we scheduled to meet one day after work ended, leaving with about an hour and a half of playtime before her boyfriend returns home. So I go to her place. I get instructed on how to enter her apartment, all through the messaging on the phone, and find myself inside her place. Anyway, you can probably guess, I took her up on her offer. Smack! Gonna put your life potentially in jeopardy over this? Stupid. We scheduled to meet one day after my work ended, leaving with about an hour and a half of playtime before her boyfriend returns home. So I head to her place, get instructed on how to enter her apartment through the messaging on the phone, and find myself inside her place. I undress according to her instructions and approach the curtain, which is two separate curtains held together by bobby pins. So the hole is ready in an area where there are no bobby pins. Now this is the first time I actually hear her voice, because up to this point I was kind of worried it was really a man pretending to be a woman. Gee, amazing. I'm surprised that you, that wasn't your first reaction. And my God, it felt so good to confirm it's actually a real girl. Anyway, I put my you-know-what through inside, and she immediately starts going to work on me. This is so fucked up. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying this is bullshit, and maybe it is bullshit. But, look, there's a lot of fucked up things. There's a reason, guys, if you don't know what glory hole is, pause the video, go Google glory hole. I can't imagine the websites it's going to take you to. That stuff happens. So essentially it's that. So does cheating happen in this world? Yes. Okay. Do people use glory holes? Yes. Do women do crazy things to justify cheating? Yes. So it's not impossible that this could happen, which is why I'm covering it. To say that it was the most pleasurable BJ in my life is an understatement. I've gotten that from dozens of women, but this is by far the most skilled and willing to go all the way down I've ever had. Well, at least you're getting your money's worth. Well, you're not paying for it, but you could be paying for something. Again, you don't know. How do you know it was a girl talking to you right through behind the curtain, and then real quick switched over, there's another dude, some 400-pound guy doing that to you? Or her boyfriend sitting there watching the show? Or any number of scenarios here, but okay. Wouldn't this be funny if it was a dude? I'd be laughing my ass off. Okay, anyway, she's so great at sucking dick. At one point, I could basically feel her nose against my pelvic area because she had gone that far down. The way she sucked was like an angry, cock-hungry demon. And God knows how many minutes of sucking. She stops and I can hear her moving around the room behind the curtain. Then I feel her grabbing my you-know-what and moving it around until all of a sudden I feel this warm pressure of her. Here we go with the sirens. Rarely can I escape them. All right, I'm back. So anyhow, she turned around. She's grinding up against him. I'm not hearing anything about condoms. Well, that's right. She put me inside with no condom. This happens all while standing, and she starts to F my you-know-what by moving forward and backwards. All through the curtain. We have a you-know-what like this for maybe 2 minutes before I abruptly pull out because it's too much for me. I hold myself off and wait for the feeling to pass. Then I get back into it with her. After more you-know-what, if not from blah, 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 I'm having trouble holding it in, blah, 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 and I finish. And then she quick stops, turns around, and services me with her mouth. Wow. Well, she has experience. That's right, she likes guys to do that in her mouth. I hear her quickly run to the bathroom afterwards. I'm assuming probably to spit it out. I clean up and tell her I'm leaving, and she says bye. We talk more on the phone afterwards, and she thanks me for blah, blah, blah. And I tell her what happened to the condom rule, and she says she was too horny, but that condoms must be worn next time. You fucking moron. God knows what you could have caught from her. Really? Is it worth it? Seriously? That would be your karma. You catch something. Really? It's going to happen. Well, over the next couple of months, we meet up more. She would sometimes message me asking if I'm free after work and if I want a BJ. Some days would be strictly BJs only when finishing in her mouth, and other days we'd have you-know-what. All without a condom still. Smack! You are out of your freaking mind. You're going to catch something, dude. I'm not sure how she decided how she feels about what she wants, but I was not complaining. We ended up doing it in more positions, such as blah, blah, blah. I don't need to get into details here, but many positions under the curtain and everything. As things progress, I'm seeing her sometimes 2 to 3 times a month, at least once a month at the minimum. I think she starts to view me as a friend with benefits, and we get closer. I find out that most guys she sees are Asians, but she sees another foreigner. This guy is a big South African white boy with a large you-know-what. The biggest one she ever had, she claims. She ends up calling me one time on the phone so I can hear he's effing her. This chick is mental, and you're mental for being with her. Well, as we keep seeing each other, one day she asked me to kiss her so she doesn't feel so bad about herself. There'd be no way I'd be kissing her. Not where all the places her mouth has been. Which, of course, I was hesitant at first, and she sensed that. She said I felt like I was kissing a diseased person. She demanded I kiss her better next time if we wish to continue things, and then in exchange she'll start to swallow my you-know-what, so I agree. Smack! I hope you have a bottle of fucking Listerine right there before you do that, man. Why are you doing that? I'm obviously you're doing this because you're young and dumb and just can't resist. Or it's bullshit. But, well, despite me seeing several other girls as I see her, she's by far the best lay. Behind the fucking curtain, I think you just like the excitement. I think you like the drama. I'm talking about good porn star levels of pleasure and skill. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I was basically addicted at this point. Well, that sounds about true. So we continue to meet and kiss passionately now. Smack! Ugh. She's unsurprisingly a very good kisser. Well, she's obviously a master at doing things with her mouth. She's now swallowing my you-know-what, whatever, dude. And she suggests one day we can take things to the bed, and she ends up blindfolding me for this to happen. Well, at least at this point, you're pretty sure you're with a girl at this point, but still, may not be her. And again, how do you know her boyfriend or husband isn't watching right there? Think about it. Or how do you know that someone or somehow is recording you and she's using this to make videos and make money off it and putting it up on OnlyFans or whatever? I'm serious. You can't tell me there aren't guys will pay for it. There are guys out there that have a thing for anything. And I guarantee there's guys out there that strictly watch spicy videos of what you're describing here. And you never know. Because all of it be some dude's dick sticking through the what do you call it, the curtain. Okay, she blindfolded you. So now I'm seeing her. I'm with her in her boyfriend's bed with the blindfold on. As she takes care of me, blah, blah, blah. I'm not reading all his words here because it's YouTube. I gotta watch what I say. Well, things eventually turn south, however, when she claims I'm too one-sided and do not care about her pleasure. Oh, okay, too bad. I mean, really, lady? Essentially, she was mad that I could not even make her come each time. I guess Mr. 8-inch you-know-what spoiled her. Well, an 8-incher would do that. I tell her it's not like that at all, and that I merely get tired and have trouble keeping up with her all the time. However, she's adamant that she's tired of me being the only one to always finish consistently. Well, guess what? It's not that hard for a guy to finish. It's more work to get a gal to do it. After a lot of back and forth and drama, I decided that despite how good it is, she's not worth dealing with because she's clearly crazy and irrational. You think? And guess who's also crazy? You for dealing with this. We kindly go our separate ways, but I have a strong feeling she'll reach out to me again in the future. Of course she will, because they always come back. Now, this isn't like a relationship thing, but obviously, look, a gal like this has no problem getting guys in spite of this fucked up situation, and back again, if this is actually, if she was born a girl, there's another thing to throw in there. He says, some key takeaways I wish to highlight. This is East Asia, not Southeast Asia. So this is not a poor country at all. As far as I can tell, her family and boyfriend are all well off, and she's highly educated. Well, that may very well be. And you know what? This isn't the first time in history where you can have a gal come from a very wealthy, highly educated family, that type of thing, and is fucking wild. Yeah. He also says, I know for a fact that she has a very fit body, despite never seeing her face. I can assume based off dating apps and Instagram photos that she was hot. I would say she's a 10 out of 10 on the crazy hot matrix. She was definitely a 10 crazy with how she thought and acted. Well, of course she's nuts. Look what she's doing here. Duh. But you like the crazy ones. I do not feel bad for her boyfriend at all, because if he could not tell she was crazy, he's either A, stupid, or B, willing to overlook it because she was hot. Smack! Like I said, bro, you are playing with fire. I do not advocate doing this with, hooking up with married women or girlfriends. What the fuck's the matter with you? You can't get single gals? This makes you feel high and mighty? I'm telling you, man, one of these days, some way karma is going to come your way. And a lot of guys get cheated on. They may be simps, but they are good guys. They're decent people. They just, like I said, no role model, brainwashed by the media and TV shows and all that. It could happen to any one of us. Back in the day, I was a nice guy, and you know what I mean? I had to learn the hard way. But you got to have a code, guys, because women don't have a code. So I hope you've been to the doctor to get yourself checked out. But you keep this shit up, I'm telling you, karma's going to come your way. And you'll deserve it. You deserve an ass whooping for what you're doing, man. I'm being honest with you. I appreciate your story. I appreciate you watching my videos and all. But come on here. Change your fucking ways. Or otherwise, someone's going to change you. He says, I have no idea if she was on birth control or not, or how many guys she really didn't use condoms with, but I can assume it's been quite a bit, despite her telling me she was adamant with others about her rules. I don't believe a word she says. I'm about an average 6 inches in size, which would be considered slightly above average here in Asia. Yeah, I hear like Asian dudes are pretty much hung like kindergartners. It does not matter where you are in the world. Women will be women. Sure, they may be more feminine here in Asia, but they'll still hoard out for the guys they believe to be the Chads and Tyrones. Like I said, human nature is the same all over the world. I do get tested for STDs about twice a year and showed her the results, to which after was the time she allowed me to finish in her. I'd go off and get tested again, and don't ever fucking do this again, man. This last one was great. She informed me that, I'm not even going to get into this. Basically, she rates his love juice. I don't need to describe that. It says, you can give me all the smacks you want, SSM. I hope to hear my story one day on your channel. Well, you're going to hear it. It ain't going to be on the SSM channel, but it's here on the They Do What channel. It's more appropriate. So anyhow, there you go, guys. Crazy. Truth is stranger than fiction. That's why you're here. Again, could this be bullshit? Sure, it could be bullshit. Somebody fucking with me. But it's not impossible. It's not real. It's real. It's not impossible. It could be real too. Does cheating happen? Yes. Do women use crazy things to justify it? Yes. Does it happen all over the world? Yes. Are glory holes a thing? Yes. So it's not entirely impossible. And are there guys out there that will participate in this because guys are fucking morons? Yes. So it's possible. And that's why I'm doing it. Anyhow, man, stop the fucking cheating with girlfriends and wives and all that. Otherwise, you may end up dead one day very soon. Be very careful. That's all I'm going to say. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And guys, you find a crazy story online or one you want to share for me that preferably isn't bullshit, send it my way, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. And if it's good, I'll cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.